work on the database refactor that started on Friday using the new database API from LowDB. So if you check out LowDB here, you'll see there's a 2.0 version released. So it's now data.posts and db.write and that sort of stuff. It's a much simpler API, and I've really enjoyed using it so far. Unfortunately, it is a breaking change, so I'm going to go through all the usage in the app itself and the demos to make sure everything's up to date. So first and foremost, let's go ahead and where am I using LowDB in the app? I think it's just this one spot here. Oh yeah, the clipboard history is using the LowDB adapter. And I thought it was also using in the okay, so create settings will do that, which I think I already updated. Jump over to create settings. I guess can await export. And that should create the settings file with command semicolon set as the default shortcut. Cool. So let's go ahead and clear this out. We'll need to install LowDB at 2. At 2. Types are old types. So I have to uninstall the old types. Okay, so now with the new LowDB API, it's no longer, I'm gonna have to bring in pretty much that entire thing that's over here. Yeah. I guess I can use this same setup. How much of that? So read. Move that to the other screen so I can kind of reference it while I'm doing this. So that doesn't exist anymore. And now we can grab both low and JSON file off of LowDB. And so now this is no longer needed. And this is a new low. And this is a new JSON file. and then it's the path to the file, which was this. And it's no longer how do I do the defaults now? So we'll okay, so I also got a new keyboard, so excuse me if some of my shortcuts like get a little wonky. So we need to await db read. And it's like if the data, hey Robin, if db data doesn't exist, then we need to assign it to this and db write. I think in TypeScript it's going to ask for like a schema in there. I'll need to check on that. Sorry, I was trying to set up this script that would speak what people are saying using the similar DB thing, but it wasn't. It doesn't look like it's returning the right ID. ID if voices ID. What did I do here? Trying to review. So take the username. I say get voice. If the username includes username, return the ID assigned in there. Else, I think I need to write and read there. It's one of those, like it should have, Robin, when you said hi, it should have said hello. Like picks a random name from the Google speech and then, or a random voice, and then speaks what the person typed.
Oh.
Yeah, there you go. That worked. There's like 46 voices, and you can change it. There's a voice command, so exclamation
That's
point.
a bit creepy, haha.
There's a, what is that called? Like robot image generator. RoboHash, that's what it's called. So what I was thinking of doing is having RoboHash, anytime someone does a chat message, have RoboHash generate. So let's do Robin's name. So it'd be like so. Oops, sorry.
Can we make it beatbox?
You can try. I limited the characters to like, or yeah, I can't remember what I limited it to. Yeah, I limited the words to like 10 words or something, so I think that went over the limit. So I wanted to grab these RoboHash images and have like little chat bubbles pop up when someone says something. And like in the future, it'd have to be like some sort of, you know, subscriber only or some sort of board or something.
PVZK PVPVZK PVZKKZZKPV.
Sure. That's, I think you meant pvsk, but I didn't quite get there. Yeah, so like little robos with text bubbles next to them. So it looks kind of like a conversation. I think it'd be fun. But yeah, I'll just leave it running during today's stream, and if people say stuff, I can turn. I guess you could. Let's see. I could allow the user to disable it, but anyway, I think I limited. Where's my? Oh, I said this should be words less than 20 words. Anyway, so history never. It's not a silent type. No. I think. Let's see. Where did the demo is not in TypeScript? I think I'd have to do. It's asking if I had to guess. Let's say it wants something like this. So you pass in the type, kind of like a schema for the database. Can I extract this? Call it word DB. It's a wonderful interface. All right, so once this starts ticking away, this runs every second. Check the clipboard. This is just the setup phase, and then we'll create the database. It'll read it. If there's no data, it'll create it and write it. And then it should write to it later on in a subscribe somewhere. So now it's DB history. Oh, let's see. This was it had like a Lodash wrapper before. Now it's just raw. That's vanilla JavaScript. So I think updating is just kind of a reassignment. Pretty sure it's using proxies internally. Data. Adapter text file. Oh, this looks like it has the navigation. Cool. I'm always surprised when that pops up on GitHub and you have a little navigation. You can just kind of click through things. Pretty sweet if you ask me. Read the data, reads the file, sets the data, returns the data. Okay. Steno. I haven't heard of Steno before. All right. Well, let's just go ahead with that. So I should be able to take the old history. I think it is this. Object is possibly null. Yeah, loaddb saves to a JSON file. It has a few different adapters you can use, but I think JSON, or it has like a, they're all in here. In-memory adapter, text file adapter. I use the JSON file one for local storage. That's cool. I've only used this for like a day, the 2.0 version. I've used the 1.0 version to write to JSON files plenty of times. And like the concept is relatively simple as far as, you know, create and read JSON files and update them and whatnot. The type of code, I guess, just wrote a good API around it. Yeah, it's tempting to do like a SQLite for this sort of stuff, but when it's only like 50 entries, like a lot of the things for these scripts as well are just have a very few entries. So it seems like a good solution for this. History should never be null. Yeah, you could build your own. You can always build your own. But yeah. Object must be null. All right. Oh, I thought that guarded FTP data. Yeah, I guess if DB data doesn't exist, like if someone would have, how could it not exist at this point? Because you would have read it into memory from yeah, I think it's in memory. The DB data is in memory at this point. So even if like you went and deleted the database, 8 DB, right? If you went and deleted the text file or the JSON file that included this stuff, it would still have the previous history and write out the new history. You can go ahead and try that. Not sure how I feel about showing my clipboard history on stream. I'll open it up on the other monitor. So essentially this is writing to, so DB, it would be clipboard. That doesn't show up. It's right there.
I'm always super scared of sharing my clipboard history on stream, haha.
Too good. All right, well, it looks like this right now. So JSON file with history, and then the value. Since I do either text or image, I put a type in there, the timestamp of when it happened, and then The secret, this is basically because of showing clipboard history on stream. I wrote some regex around trying to determine if the string was like some sort of secret token or something, where it checks to see if the first, what was it, how many characters, let's see, if it doesn't start with a number, what's a negative look ahead, and then if it does start with, yeah, so if the first 5 characters are a letter or number, then it followed by, yeah, I'd have to repaste this into what I wrote. I can't read this just off the top of my head, but that is the first 5 characters are a letter or number that's positive look ahead, and negative look ahead is not followed by a number. I wonder why I wrote it that way. Or the ending isn't followed by, yeah. Regex. Who knows? I knew it when I wrote it. I should have left a comment. I'll let that be a lesson to me. Leave comments, John. All right, so if I copy something, let's copy this partition thing. Then that should have updated this. Is that an end? No, the numbers can be bigger this way. Okay, so okay, it's not writing it. Let me log out some stuff. This is on subscribe, text or image. History is the old history. Out on the front, and then write the database. Let's log out the value and the type and the timestamp. Delete data history. I'm just doing assignment. That should be fine to just reassign and write. Surprised that didn't work the first time. All of my code works the first time, so that was the first for me. All right, so let's copy that. Interesting. It's not even logging that out. I'm not seeing any failures. Copy. Again, path DB clipboard history JSON. before setting up new DP API. Let's see. Where am I not using import? Oh, so this is the Electron template I used to build this off of is compiling this down with Webpack to CJS, and I'm trying to import an ES module. I think like LowDB 2.0 is an ES module. Interesting. Maybe I can just stay on 1.0. It's one of those things about starting with a template. Like, I do want to convert this all to ESM, but it's one of those chores that I don't want to think about until I've completed much higher priority tasks. Interesting. I guess I'll just leave this on the 1.0 API. I just want to tackle, let's see. Supply. Just revert everything in tick. Yeah, just have to back out of that. I still need to update the examples though, since the parts of ScriptKit that run the scripts is in ESM. So that'll definitely use the newer version of LowDB. Once I get around to converting the app itself, and we'll come back to that. I don't know what version Electron is on of Node. I think it's still on Node 13 or so. All right, well, let's just start looking through. Let's see, was it this project? Like the main, this is the Kenv that gets put up in here when the app builds. It grabs the version that matches up the alpha, beta, or main version to line up with where the app is at. So when it creates a new Git environment or Kenv, it uses this to do that, just to give some simple scripts, and the tutorial. So I'll have to update clipboard history and I think to-dos the lib will need to be updated as well. Let's go, Yarn. And I should be able to switch the app over to a different Kit environment. It's not something that's like ready for the public yet, but if I pass in, I think if anyone were to pass in an environment variable where the Kenv is pointing to a different directory, that should work. But I'm going to make it so in the app itself you can switch between Kit environments. Yes, we're all waiting. I don't know if I need lib sass anymore. I think that's from the template. I'm only using the Tailwind stuff. I wonder if I can... Node sass loader. Interesting. I wonder if I can drop that completely. Let me get everything built and committed, and then I can try removing node sass since I'm just using the Tailwind and using the Tailwind just-in-time stuff.
Do you like the new JIT stuff?
I really do. I think the new JIT, I'm using it. I'll show it once this is rebuilt. I'm using it. Where is that located? So there's a SkyPack version where you can just drop it on any web page, and you just have Tailwind running with the JIT version on that page. And ScriptKit is going to have these little widgets. Right now, it's just there's a show where it can open up you pass in some HTML and it'll show some HTML. And because of this, once it shows that HTML window or browser window, you can type whatever CSS or Tailwind classes you want. And this will just compile it and only grab the CSS it needs rather than the 20 megs or whatever it is. So that's really cool as far as just dropping that on any site. The other one, it's really nice not having to worry about recompiling. Let's see.
Oh, just know that the Twind is a different project and not Tailwind.
Twind? Oh, this one? Yeah, who? Twind is a different project. Someone linked me to this and said it was Tailwind, so maybe I... yeah, I should at least put CSS in there. Yeah, let me find the... Huh. Trying to find the tweet where someone shared it with me, and I said, I responded. Who was Luke? Who was that? Lucas? So it was this one, Luke Jackson. Okay, I'll dig into that. If twinned is different, then or twinned, I don't know how I'd say that, is different, I'll have to make sure that aligns. At least every class I've thrown at it has kind of behaved the same, but I haven't done, a ton. All right, let's 1 second. I'm just going to go ahead and try to remove the SAS loader and node stats. SAS loader, node stats. Because Tailwind only uses PostCSS, as far as I know, so I wouldn't need the SAS loader that was bundled with the template. Okay. Yeah, it seems like a good solution for right now. So if anything comes up, I'll come back and check it. Thanks for the info, though. I wasn't aware. I knew there were a few spin-offs. Well, I mean, I know that Tailwind is inspired by and has borrowed a lot of things, but other libraries have also, the nature of open source. All right. Okay, that looked better. Yeah, it already detected my clipboard history. So I copied history and it went there. If I copy text, you'll see it'll go there. So that's working. And okay, so since those aren't, let me try using, I think it's in projects. I think this will work. Let's see. Maybe it doesn't want to. Project Ken scripts. Probably have to put in the full path because let's see. Yeah, this is projects Ken. So Ken is going to be users, John Lindquist, projects Ken. So I just need to work on the scripts that ship with ScriptKit rather than, like, I have 200 plus testing scripts that I usually launch with. Okay, why does it think that doesn't exist? Users John Lindquist. Did I put a... It's stripping the first slash. Well, I guess we can do... Okay, so that doesn't have any... Need a Ken path. Path join Ken parts. Where did error come from in here? It's a string. And kit. Okay, so try and read the scripts in let me just make sure this is working with its normal self. Otherwise, I might be stripping that initial slash somewhere. Oops. Yeah, this one's working. Okay. So we need to get it to respect. So when it creates a child process, that does it through here, and the canvas set here, and that's just imported from the helpers. Oh, maybe I'm just not typing. Wow, okay. User error, huh? All right, there we go. So this is like the clean version of Ken. And I should be able to edit choose API. I'll have to make sure to clear. I think these are get ignored. Okay, cool. So lib to-dos uses this. So this will need to await. And this is now just to-dos. The value is not part of the API anymore. So I don't need get to-dos. Where's get? No, that's used by the script itself. Interesting. And to insert is no longer a method. And to-dos db right. Guess I don't need to export that. We'll come back to it. Here's how I want to encourage users to like the structure, the reference to to-dos off the DB, or just use to-dos db.data.todos. There it is. I had to remember that myself. Let's see if to-dos. Oh, I will need to add an ID as well. And is filter. ID is not equal to ID. Oops. We'll do a TID. And this will be it's always interesting thinking in proxies and the fact that assignment can actually set and call a function. Get by ID is find, and we want to find the to-do whose ID. Actually, let's just do that on the other one as well. To-do. So find to do, because I think I can do to do done. Oops. Not to do done, and then this is going to make this async if I write to this. Interesting. It's weird to have one part of the API async and the other one's not. Well, actually, all of these, this one will have to write. Oops. Yeah, these would all be async now. And so weird not having my ScriptKit shortcuts available because I'm working with another environment. All right, so let's try this. Just kind of experimenting with what this script will look like. Oops. All right, the choices are to use map. All right, let's see where this fails. Eat, sleep, code, and okay, toggle. Okay, that broke. Not right. Logs, to-dos. Right is not defined. Oh, so that's this dot right. And put this over here. Hip to do. Okay, so remove isn't removing. Okay, so let's find remove, it's filtering. I thought I'd be able just to do that. I have to so to-dos. Oh, whoops. That's not how code works. Try that again with this. Okay, and code, toggle. Okay, so no remove there. Oops. This, remove. Does it not like the reassignment? Maybe I need to write and read. Yeah, because that looked like, if you open it up again, now it's gone. So interesting. Gonna readjust here. Okay, so it writes and reads, but to-dos here. This is interesting. So maybe I should leave that as get to-dos. Right here. So they're updated. So when I add, I write, but I don't read. But when I remove, toggles working fine. Let's see. Oops. Not sure why it's not liking the reassignment using filter. To-dos, set the to-dos filtered out. Do the index of version of that. Just kind of prefer the filter version. Let's make sure the ID. Okay. Oh, wait. Use choices. Sleep. Toggle sleep. True, false. That's working. And that removed it. So the assignment is working, it's just not refreshing. When it reruns remove and grabs to-dos choices, this isn't getting the new version. Let me try. Something like that. See. This map is not a function. I need to. All right. So, what is it now? Oh yeah. Oops. Choices map is not a function now. Delete that. So I read everything fine. It's writing them fine. This is returning the array. And then should be an array. It's mapping on that. But it's saying choices is not a function. Oh. Probably gonna be less code if I move the lib stuff in here. All right. Try that from scratch again. toggling that though? False, false, false. It's not toggling it anymore. Just not used to using this the version 2 of this database. So I keep on thinking in the version 1 of it and trying to account for that. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is bring this over here and kind of scratch using a lib for right now, and then extract it into a lib. Because if I do this, then I can ditch a lot of that. Let's see. And then toggle to do is just this. And add to do is just this. And remove to do this, and then all right. So that's not using the lib at all anymore. Let's see here. Add to do is not defined. Oh, so this is now that. This is now that. Well, maybe that's not what I want to encourage. Okay, let's try it again. Toggle. It's toggling in the database over here. You can see that, but it's not refreshing the choices, and this is not removing. Interesting. Now I'm doubting if I even want to use the version 2 of the API on this. Okay, so that add works. The values don't refresh, so I can fix that first. That's done. Toggle. Toggles of writing, but once it rereads the to-do choices, does this need to be a function? Now the question is this better than what it was before? And I honestly don't know. This has to be kind of treated like a getter. So it doesn't need to read every time. Once it writes, it refreshes. So I didn't need to do that. Alright, I'm gonna try it as a library again. So this is get to-dos. And should just be this. I guess I can do it one step at a time. This is just this. Add to do. Name. Yeah, that's already done. That music was getting annoying. Map's not a function because that's not async anymore. Oh, it's 5 o'clock. I gotta go. All right, I'll sort this out. No problem. Probably easier after I get up and go for a walk and realize the mistakes I was making. All right, later, everyone.